happening, everybody? So, due to popular demand, we are here and we are installing some subwoofers. Actually, mine are already installed, so I'm just gonna go over all of the basics that you guys need to learn about, where your wires should go, how you should wire your power cord through the car, how you get it connected to your speakers, to your amp, and everything like that, and get it running smoothly. So, sun's in my eyes, and let's just hurry up and get started. All right, so the first thing you guys are gonna wanna figure out is where you guys wanna run your power cord. Pretty much what I did, as you can see, my power cord is right here. I got my power cord already hooked up to the battery. I just pretty much removed that bolt, stuck the power cord underneath it, and put the bolt down, and it works perfectly fine. You want to remove this entire piece right here. So you have a clip right here, 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 and then you're going to want to remove this middle piece right here. So clip right here, and a clip right here, and then that's it. Now we have one more trim piece to take off. So the clips are going to be right here and right here. So then peel back this trim just a little bit, just to get it off of this. You can lift up and out. So now you guys can have a clear view of the boot right here. Mine's a little dirty, I got all this tree stuff on it. But anyway, what I did was I just took a knife and I cut through the boot a little bit just so I can stick this wire in there. You guys are gonna wanna remove this panel right here. As you can see, we have my power cable running under it. And then you guys will wanna remove this panel right here so that you can stick your hand up there and grab the power cable so you guys can drag it and then run it through your car just like this. As you can see, I have it running through this back panel here too, so you can remove that back panel and then keep it running underneath your seat. It runs all the way up behind my back seats, and then it comes up behind here, connected to my amp. So a lot of people seem to have an issue on where they want to put their ground cable. I found a pretty easy spot. The only thing is you might want to have to sand it down just to get a better ground. As you can see, I have my seats down right here. My back seats are down. Go ahead and pull up this this little carpet trim, and you're gonna see a bolt right here that's holding the seats up. You can remove that bolt and go ahead and sand down the area just like I did here, and then put your ground cable through that bolt, and it'll work perfectly fine. I've had no issues with this setup, and I've been running it for like a year and a half now. If you guys have a better ground idea, you guys can do some drilling and stuff like that into the frame or whatever you guys would like to do for your ground. But this is how I got it set up, and this is how it works for me. So now that you guys have run your power cable and your ground cable, we're gonna go ahead and bring it to the trunk because there is no wiring from the head unit. So all the wiring is done in the trunk. So let's go ahead and get to that. All right, so now that we're in the trunk, we're gonna go ahead and remove both of our carpets, pretty much get down to the spare tire. All right, so now we're down to the spare tire right here. So go ahead and unscrew the spare tire. This is where your stock amp is gonna be at, your stock Bose amp. So go ahead and remove the two bolts that are right here. I've removed these so many times so I could just untighten it with my hands. Go ahead and remove this plastic piece. And here we are. You guys might also have another box right here, but I guess the previous owner before me deleted this, and I think I just found a free screwdriver. Yes, I did. I was looking for that screwdriver. The plug you guys are going to be looking at is going to be under here. It's a blue plug. I'll try and remove it for you guys. Kind of a pain in the ass to get to. Alright guys, so I'm looking up on the forums right here. I'm on G35driver.com. You're going to see that the amp turn-on wire right here, this one is the teal wire. So you want to tap into that teal wire, color wire right here. Tap into that, and that's your amp turn-on wire, and you guys can wire that directly to your amp wherever the position is. As for the speakers, the output for the right speaker is going to be, the positive is blue and the negative is pink. So let's look over here. It's kind of hard to see, there's so many wires right here, but you can see the pink is right here connected to this one. See right here, this is pink. I've tapped into that pink one. It's almost like a darker blue. It's not as light as this teal one, but it's a darker blue right here that I tapped into. So that pink and blue, that's for the right speaker. And for the left speakers, it's gonna be teal and purple. It's not necessarily this same teal, it's almost like a green. As you can see right here, it's this really light green. So tap into that really light green and then this purple as well. Tap into those. and that you guys can wire directly to your RCA cables. Coming out of this RCA cable is 4 wires, the positive and negative for the left and positive and negative for the right. For the right speakers, we wired the positive to the blue and the negative to the pink. For the left speakers, we wired the positive to the teal, which is a lighter teal, lighter green teal. The negative is to the purple, which is the darker purple right there. So once you wired those together, you have your RCAs now, and you can go ahead and plug this back into your stock amp, because you still want to keep your stock amp running. This is pretty much assuming that you guys have already purchased your amp and your speakers. I obviously went with the kicker speakers, kicker comps, and then the 600 watt kicker amplifier. So if you guys have a different amp and speaker setup that you guys want to go together, I'm not going to get too much in depth with that information, because there's a lot of different wiring that you can do with your speakers, and there's a lot of different methods that you can take depending on what amp and what speaker setup that you guys want to run. So I'm just pretty much showing you guys where you can run your RCAs and where you can run your power cable, as well as your negative wire that every single amp and speakers need to be able to connect to the car. That's pretty much that. You guys can check out this box right here. I bought this box off of Amazon. It was like 130 bucks. It fits perfectly in the trunk, as you guys saw in the beginning clip. It's very nice, leaves you a lot of space in the trunk, so makes it super easy to daily drive and still fit a whole bunch of stuff in your trunk and be bumping at the same time. I recommend this box. Bought it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check that out. If you guys also want to run the same speakers and amp setup that I'm running, I'll put the links to those in the description as well. So yeah. So now that you have your RCAs set up, obviously your RCAs right here, these are gonna go directly into your amp. If you guys run to Best Buy or something, you guys can buy like an amplifier kit. You guys will get the negative wire, the positive wire, and you'll get these RCAs. These will go directly to your speakers from the amp. This goes to your amp, and then these get wired into your amp right here for the left and right speakers, positive and negative, and then they get run out to each of your speakers. So obviously I have 2 sets of wires because I have 2 different speakers. If you guys are only adding 1 sub, you'll only need 1 set of wires. So 1 wire plugged in here, 1 wire plugged in here, and then obviously the positive and negative to your speaker. So you guys can also figure out where you would like to mount your amplifier. Since my box has like a little open space in the corner, I pretty much just hide the amp in there. I don't really want to drill into my trunk to keep it in place somewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting my trunk back together. I hope you guys found this video useful. I'll put some diagrams in the description. I'll also put a link to the forums, and that'll explain to you guys with pictures. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, dislike it. I'll see you guys in the next one.